I did confirm that they have indeed talked.
Okay.
I'm not completely sure it was Durant who first reached out to Westbrook, but I'm pretty sure it was Kevin who made the first move because that was the only way this was going to ever come about in the first place.
Right.
Now, quickly to what Kendrick Perkins said last night on TNT about how he was trying to figure out a way to make them talk again because, to quote him, I felt like the outside world was putting a beef there that really wasn't too serious. So here we go again. It's kill the messenger, blame the media for this beef. Shannon, I think you're with me on this part of this. It was a serious beef. It was, on Russell's part, an angry beef, deep, dark, angry beef. Because just to remind everybody, it was Russell Westbrook who felt blindsided by Kevin Durant on July 4th. He did not see this coming. And furthermore, he did not get to hear about it straight from the horse's mouth from Kevin Durant, who merely texted him, hey, guess what? I'm going to Golden State.
Right.
And it didn't sit well with Russell because he thought they were off the court. They were very close. On the court, not so much, but Kevin never expressed that to Russell. Whether you have respect for that, I don't know. But Kevin's like too nice of a guy. He's always struggling, am I too nice or not nice enough, whatever. But he just was afraid to ever make it clear to Russell privately that I don't like you ball hogging. I don't like you shot hogging. I don't like you as the primary decision maker and ball handler on this team, excluding me too often on trips down the floor, especially in crunch time.
Correct.
So finally, Kevin Durant just got sick and tired of it after all those years, and he said, I'm going to go join forces with the best team in basketball to maximize my chances to win a ring in my 10th season, because he just wasn't sure he was ever going to win one with Russell Westbrook. But then, as Joyce so accurately pointed out to start this topic off, then it started to come apart. We got the cupcake shot, we got the photographer's bib shot, we got the shot that it sounded like Kevin took back at Russell about I wanted to play with selfless players.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yes.
And Russell's response was, oh, that's cute. I guess I better go work with my selfish players that I'm stuck with here in Oklahoma City. Slightly paraphrasing that. But then we had all the back and forth. Even remember the second game played, which was at Golden State. At the end of the game, Enes Kanter made the mistake of trying to say, hey, what's up, to Kevin Durant, his ex-teammate. Remember what Russell went off on him? You could hear the audio barely, and called him an extremely derogatory term. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That we can't repeat on television. Maybe you can. I can't. I wouldn't even think about it.
Is it worse than what Draymond said?
Boy, that's a tough call.
I think it is.
We would have to say the two words to be able to debate the relative merits of those two insults.
I think everybody knows what they are.
Well,
the female dog in the hindquarters on the...
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Russell shot at Kevin was whoo.
Yeah.
And then we saw Russell yelling at him, I'm coming for you. And then it got so bad at the All-Star game. Remember, Russell wouldn't even shoot on the warm up on the same end with Kevin Durant. So don't tell me there's no serious beef here. That's a bunch of baloney. So now, to sum this up, why would this happen now? Because Kevin, I'm pretty sure, called to congratulate Russell Westbrook on eclipsing the Oscar Robertson triple average and triple-double for a season. And at that point, it looked pretty clear to me, and it's still pretty clear to me, that Russell Westbrook is going to win MVP. So Russell was accepting the call of congratulations from a position of strength, at least in Russell's eyes, because I'm going to say it again, whether you like this or not, he's a little more interested in starring than winning, as in being the solo star than winning a ring.
Correct.
And was he ever a solo star? I thought it was the greatest regular season any single player's ever had. Now, it got you where? It got you out of the playoffs in the first round. We went back and forth about that, although I thought Russell and the Thunder gave a pretty good account of themselves against the Rockets.
They did.
Okay, so in the end, each of the superstars really got what he wanted, because Kevin seems really happy, and I got to give it up to him. I thought they were going to struggle with their chemistry. Maybe it's just because it's the Utah Jazz without George Hill, their point guard. But Kevin Durant has played huge the last couple of nights. He's looked really, really good. So I think he's really, really content with where he is, because he joined forces with the best team, and he's now regarded as the best player on the best team, right?
Yes.
I think it's become his team. for better or for worse. We're going to see how that plays out. But in the end, Russell's the solo star. So he's extremely at peace with himself because he got his quote unquote ring. He won MVP.
Right.
So I think they're both good with it enough that I get it, that they could actually have a phone conversation that would end amicably.
Skip, I agree with everything you just said. And KD tried to do it, and now Kendrick Perkins is trying to do it. Like, this is a media-driven, this is a media-perpetuated story.
Yeah.
And it's not. Because if it wasn't as serious as it was, why would Russell not shoot on the same end of the court during All-Star? It's an All-Star game. The best players in the Western Conference are assimilated together. Okay, what's wrong? He's like, no, I want no part of this. And when he said, Enos, don't speak to his BA, what was that about? Now, for me, you know, when I leave, Skip, if I don't have any problem with you, I'm going to acknowledge you. Okay, everything's cool. Hey, man, what's up? How you doing, bro? How the family? How your mom? Tell your brother I said, what's up? You think any of that was going on in between then and now? Absolutely not. And but I tell you what, Skip, I am glad they're making peace because they spent 8 years together. I thought it was petty to begin with, but when emotions and feelings get involved, sometimes adults act like kids. This was very high schoolish. I'm gonna put a picture on social media, knowing the implication that it's gonna draw. Okay.
And by the way, the irony of the cupcake comment, it was Kendrick Perkins' pet phrase for soft players.
Exactly.
So, yeah, okay.
And then the photog vest. Now, he knows Kevin Durant loves to take pictures. As a matter of fact, he had a press pass, a credential pass, and he was taking pictures at the Olympics.
And he also went to the Super Bowl in Santa Clara.
Yes.
And reportedly, that's where some of the Golden State Warriors began to, recruit him. This is going back. Yeah.
And then, hey, I just want, I love being over here. I'm with guys that's selfless. Russell's like, well, okay, I'm going to stay over here with my selfish teammates, and we're going to work this thing on out over here where I'm at. Skip, for me, Russell, in order for him to be, in his eyes, now he always thought he was a better player, but in his eyes, in order to get the cachet and to have other people view him as equal to Kevin Durant, he had to get an MVP. He was never going to get that MVP with Kevin Durant riding alongside him.
Kevin got one.
But and Kevin Durant didn't want to be known as the NBA's best player without a ring.
That is
correct. See, he doesn't want to be mentioned with Karl Malone and Barkley and Ewing. They were great players, but they don't have that ring. And see, I always viewed this. I never thought Kevin Durant loved the Warriors. It's like the idea of some women like marriage. It's not that they like marriage, they just want the ring. And if I get the ring, we can stay engaged for a little while. Hey, don't rush. I got my ring. I never viewed Kevin Durant as a guy, Skip, that was going to retire a Warrior. Did you? Did you think he was going to retire a Warrior?
Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant. Now, I don't know if he'll go back to gold. I don't know if he'll go back to OKC, because here's what's happening, Skip. LeBron went to Miami. He won 2 rings, but people say, well, Dwayne Wade had won a ring before you got there. So this organization was good. But Kevin Durant saw when LeBron went back to Cleveland and he got that 1 ring, it's 10 times more valuable than the 2 he got in Miami. So although he might win a ring in Golden State, what would it mean? How would Kevin Durant be viewed if he won 1 championship for OKC, Skip?